rest in peace. I'm really just getting started. You've only witnessed the tease.
At Allegiant Stadium, just off the 15 here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on
Man and gun. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come in playing well on both sides of the ball. Winners of 6 of their last 8 games.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball in just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
The numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week.
14 carries, 61 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. Over the juke. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
You look at this Raiders defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And that is incomplete.
Something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field.
They'll be led out by the 5th-year dual threat and former #1 pick in 2019, Kyler Murray.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very
Taking a glance here at the numbers last week for Algier.
10 carries, 87 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try to find some people up and downfield.
That one good for 13 and a Raider.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Play fake. Murray.
And that's going to be incomplete. Boy, nearly intercepted right away. The Raiders at 8-1 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Another throw and second down, and this one incomplete as well.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here's Murray.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Murray and company going for it on fourth. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, Smith.
They'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. Here's Smith.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. For a big game today.
9 yards, and that... short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Again, Smith. And that is incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there.
Sly able to put this one through.
And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. And he will have first down yardage as he's blocked down at the 41. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. On the give, Algier headed left.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Three 0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with Algier.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 41-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Touchdown, Raiders! Sam Laporta with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass.
In his offense, and he's going to have him go for 2. They will run it. It's Fournette. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point gain. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in a 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And New York set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Smith.
That pass complete to Moore.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Throwing now is Gino.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Smith throwing again. And he comes back with one complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to pump this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Tyler Algier and the rest of this offense making their return to the field.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Here's 2nd and 10. Algier going straight ahead. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Murray now to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Marcus Williams. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
2nd and 6.
Now Gino. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
2 minutes to play in the first half of an 8-3 game. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Murray now on 1st down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
As he sets to throw it. His throw incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're like,
All right, rifle this one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Now he's going to swing this one out to it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumbled it right back. They looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these off.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Desmond King picks it. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now Smith. That's taken in by Duvernay.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Out of the gun, Smith. This is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down now, but that clock rolling. Smith now to throw. Completes this again to Shepard. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
The Raider offense heading back for one final first half drive.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on it and talk about it.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So they saw. Before the ball arrived, penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Murray fighting, lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down.
A final shot before half from Murray. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Second down and a yard. Play action. Now it's Murray. In Laporta. But he gets us to the other side of midfield across the foot for 1st and 10. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second, here's out.
Now the ball comes loose.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator of the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense. And they were able to do it.
Smith's throw is on target to Duvernay.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Here's Smith. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Starting the drive with Algier.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They're going to hurry back to the line now. First down, Murray.
Open man right side is Rice.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete there to Rice.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now Murray.
That one caught by Rice.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Algier now up the middle.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 7.
Throwing now is Murray. On the move to his left. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Play fake. Murray. And his throw is incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10. Trying the left side with Algier. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray.
And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
To throw is Murray. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Touchdown!
Leonard Fournette.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Raiders appear to be headed to a 9-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
On first down, it's Smith.
Open man is Duvernay.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Throwing now is Geno.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down. Now Geno. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Smith.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. Throwing again is Smith. Looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now Gino on 1st down. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Murray now on 1st down.
That's thrown underneath to Algier.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Murray now. Touchdown Raiders! Latavius Murray from 8 yards out.
And the Raiders are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it at practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on 2-point plays as well.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st and 10, Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll take it on this side of midfield. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Murray.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Off of play action, here's Smith.
Open man downfield is Duvernay.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. From the red zone now, Smith. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Devin Duvernay.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Jets are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.